Strap yourselves in, kiddos. This is not going to be a good review. Today I'm talking about Allegiant, the third film in the Divergent trilogy, directed by Robert Schwentke and starring Shailene Woodley, Theo James, Naomi Watts, Octavia Spencer, Jeff Daniels, Zoe Kravitz, Ansel Elgort, and Miles Teller. I want to get this out of the way first. The plot of the film Allegiant diverges significantly from the plot of the book. This is not necessarily a bad thing, as I had more than a few problems with the plot of the book, but if you're expecting a one-to-one adaptation, you're going to be disappointed. I want to say that I enjoyed this film. I did actually enjoy the first two installments, but like the book of the same name, Allegiant is unfortunately a disappointment. Gone is the at least somewhat engaging political commentary of Divergent and Insurgent, replaced instead by a heavy-handed anti-eugenics storyline that strains credibility to the breaking point. The plot of the story bears almost no relation to the previous two, which I suppose is one thing you could say the book and the film have in common. Sometimes films like this can be enjoyed if one turns off their brain, but unfortunately even then you will be distracted by the sometimes plasticky looking CGI and the unfortunately wooden performances by many of the film's stars. When Jeff Daniels, playing the seemingly benevolent David, yells in frustration towards the end of the film, I realized just how little emotion there is throughout the rest of this movie. This is not to say that there's nothing to like about Allegiant, which is far from the worst film I've ever seen. Shailene Woodley shines as usual, although I do wish she was given a bit of a better script to work with here. Miles Teller as Peter is another high point, whose acerbic wit does provide a few laughs as you're watching Allegiant. The film's score by composer Joseph Trapanese is also another highlight. Sadly, these marks in Allegiant's favor ultimately can't save it. A confusing message combined with uneven storytelling and sometimes unconvincing effects make this one a not recommend. Fans of the Divergent series will not be deterred from seeing it, but unfortunately they do deserve better than what they get here. Like Harry Potter and the Hunger Games before it, the Divergent series is splitting its final story into two separate parts. However, unlike those other two, the split feels wholly unnecessary and feels like a pretty blatant cash grab. It is possible that the fourth film will prove me wrong, and I certainly hope that that's the case, but I'm not optimistic. Titled Ascendant, film number 4 hits the screens in summer of 2017. Well, now I'd like to hear from you. What did you think of Allegiant? Please sound off in the comments below. You can tweet to us. Our handle here is @Kurtrats, or check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/KurtratsProductions. Thank you so much for watching. Like this video if you liked it. Click subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you next time.
Nothing to worry about. You're safe now. Welcome. Your arrival.